I bees in the trap, bees in the trap. I bees in the trap, bees in the trap. Bitches ain't shit and they ain't.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fabulous Makeup. Today's episode is all about my favorites and my not so favorites that need to go. I was supposed to do one of these videos last month, but you know, life gets a little busy, get a little crazy, so catching up for this month. Got a little basket of goodies right here. One side is my favorites, the other side is the not so much. So just to let y'all know what I've been doing lately and what I've been up to. A lot of drag shows. Usually I have a drag show either every weekend or every other weekend, sometimes twice a week depending on what I'm doing. And if there's drag shows, sometimes in the middle of the week I have some other event that I'm doing, like photo shoot, helping with a photo shoot or something like that. Needless to say, I'm usually never bored, but I still manage to make these little videos here and there, so you know, brownie points. So some of these products I still need to do like a full-on review, but for right now I'm just going to show you the ones I've been using the most and some of the ones I've tried out and have put back gently. So first up, I'm talking about my foundations. The foundation I've been using on the daily is the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Foundation. This is the shade Tan Deep and it matches my skin tone perfectly. I have no issues, no over yellow tones, no over orange tones, none of that. It just is a neutral brown shade. It makes me so happy, and it does have a glow in it, and usually I try to stay away from glow foundations because I have texture on my skin, and I usually try to hide that with like something matte and then control the highlight where I want it. So I went out on a limb and tried out this glow foundation, and it doesn't reflect anything, y'all. It actually does the complete opposite, and that's what the instructions, or I guess directions, or descriptions say that it's going to do, which is awesome. It's definitely medium to full coverage. You don't have to use a lot of foundation, which is just amazing, so I highly recommend this one. Now, one that I just really don't know what to do with. I don't want to use it, but I don't want to throw it out. That's kind of where I'm at right now. This is the liquid foundation from NYX Cosmetics. I use their HD foundation, which is a little bit more fluid and liquidy. This one is a little bit more cream liquid, and it's really dry. Like, it's dry on my skin, and I have already some dry skin, so it just makes it look a lot worse. It didn't add any moisture, and it didn't really seem to hold well to my primer. It seemed to smear rather than apply. This brought out the texture of my skin a lot, and I didn't enjoy that. I thought I would blend it out and put a little powder on it, and that would kind of help, but you could kind of even see through it. It was kind of patchy as well, so I wouldn't recommend that foundation. Most stuff from NYX Cosmetics is a really good find, but this liquid foundation, just their plain liquid foundation, is just a hell no. One of my favorite primers I've been using, and actually the primer I have on my face right now, this is an oil-free primer. It's NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. At first it kind of has a white residue, so I thought it would have a white cast underneath my foundation, but so far I think we're good on no casting, which is always great. And it also has a really velvety smooth finish, a lot like the Smashbox Photo Primer, kind of like that silicone smooth finish, only it won't break your wallet. And I like the way it applies my foundation. It's really smooth, it's very even, and that's probably a compliment of the Stila foundation as well. So the combination of those two is apparently a good thing. Now, another thing that was kind of disappointing, I used it for a little bit, but I still couldn't really get it to do what I wanted, was this Pur Cosmetics Mineral Glow Powder. It's a bronzing powder. And I got this in my Boxycharm box, which is a monthly box that gives you full-size products every month for $20, $22. So I was really happy that a Pur Cosmetics product came because I really like their products. However, this one matches my skin tone just too much, so it doesn't really act as a bronzer, and I wouldn't say that it really does anything for glowing. It's pretty matte. It doesn't really have any particles that look reflective at all either. There's a couple of them that kind of look like salt. I don't know. I'm not really overly impressed with this, honestly. Okay, y'all, so let's talk about eyeshadows and glitter and liquid glitter eyeshadows. Yes. These are Stila Cosmetics Magnificent Liquid Eyeshadows. They are amazing, y'all. If you've never tried a liquid eyeshadow before, I highly recommend these. They can be used as an eyeshadow. They can be used as a liner. You can use them as a highlight, just like a fun little extra sparkly highlight. And the pigment out of these are great, and they stay. It's probably the reason why I have 6 of them. No regrets. But this is the silver, and this one is in the shade Diamond Dust. This next one is called Smoldering Satin, and I've used this probably 3 times in a row in the past week. I love this shade a lot. It's a nice neutral kind of rose gold. This next one I just had to get, Molten Midnight, a black liquid glitter eyeshadow. Beautiful, beautiful. It got little gold flakes in it as well, kind of gold and silver. The next one is Kitten Karma, a little lighter rose gold, more of like a peachy, definitely more peachy than gold and rosy. And this one is probably my favorite shade ever. This one is Ballet Baby, a light pink. And this last one is a classic gold in the shade Gold Goddess. Oh, they're just the best, the bomb. If you want to splurge on anything, I highly suggest you splurge on these. Now some eyeshadows that kind of disappointed me were the rose gold eyeshadow palettes from Ulta Beauty. Now these ones, some of the shimmers in here are pretty nice, some of the lighter shimmers, but the matte shades are just really hard to blend out. They take forever to blend out and the pigments are kind of patchy and the fallout is real. I do like this shade Brosho, I don't know. I think these are in Italian. Some of these are in Italian. I don't know. But it's a light nude shade here. It's really pigmented out of a lot of these. So I use this a lot for base and setting my concealers on my eyes before I put on any other eyeshadows. The shade Pink up here is also a really nice shimmer. You can see I've used it a little bit. Maybe you can't. I can't tell. But these three shades up here are kind of my primary ones I dip into if I'm going to use this palette. Now my last favorites video, I don't think I got to stick in any lipsticks, so I'm going to plug some lipsticks in now. So this brand is Milani, and y'all know I've used Milani since the beginning of my channel journey here. And these are probably the most amazing liquid matte lipsticks I've ever come across that are drugstore. The pigments are really nice, the setting is really quick, and I highly recommend getting these. They're easy to get from Walgreens, Target, Walmart, any kind of store that you can kind of get to that has some drugstore makeup, or they're pretty easy to find. They're really affordable, and they come in a really big range of shades as well. If I show you my little collection right here, it's a little messy, but this is my Milani box. See, there's just a good variety of shades from lights to dark, orange, browns, nudes. Get it back together now. Now the other lipstick I've been kind of using mostly for clients and sometimes for myself if I want to use a little extra color. These are the NYX Lingerie lipsticks, and these ones are really good for pigment, but they don't have the best stain power. If you're looking for a liquid lipstick that has really good stain power but it's really affordable, probably not this one. I know for some people's lips it stays, but for mine, they don't, and I have really dry lips, so try at your own risk. They're not too expensive, so you're not going to break your pocket trying one of these out, but sometimes NYX matte lipsticks don't have the greatest setting powder, and these kind of fall under that category. Other than that, I love the shades that they come in. They're all like browns, nudes, really pretty nudes and browns. I don't even want to get started on my NYX collection. I don't even know if I can turn it upside down without feeling it, but yeah, this is all my NYX. This is all NYX liquid lipsticks. Anyway, miscellaneous products that I'm going to be talking about real quick here. So these are just a couple of my favorite concealers I've been using lately. This is a NARS Radiant Concealer, and I have this on right now. It's a really great concealer. It has really great coverage, but for the price that you pay for this little tube, you don't really get a whole lot of product in it. And I thought at first that it was just maybe the packaging on one of the products that I got, and that it just didn't have a lot of product in it. But then I bought another one because Ulta carries NARS now, and I stocked up on a couple of concealers, and I noticed that they both had really low amounts of product in the tube. And for the price that you pay for a NARS concealer, you would expect it to be about the same consistency of like a Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which you don't even have to dip back into that, and you still can use a doe foot all over your face and then some. Other than that, the shade matching on this for a highlight is really neutral. Doesn't have any orange tones, so if you have yellow to fair skin, probably NARS Skin Concealer probably would work a lot better for you, but I wouldn't recommend it as far as like price. Now this is a NYX Above and Beyond concealer. You can tell I'm a big NYX fan. So this one is in the shade Beige, and I haven't been using beige too much. I usually use the shade Glow, which is really close to my skin highlight, and I use that to carve under my brows, and then I use it as a base for my eyeshadow. So that's what I have on my brows today, and then also as a base for my eyeshadow, and then I just do my eyeshadow however I do it afterwards. So this is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil from Urban Decay in the shade Perversion. It's just a black, and I use this a lot for just the waterline because I like to use anything that's a pencil to keep the waterline nice and tight and then smudge it out with an eyeshadow. The only problem I have with this is the price that you get for the product that's within it. That was pretty proper English. But it doesn't turn up at all, so all you get is the tip. It's just the tip, and that's about like half an inch of product, so you're paying that much for a little bit of product. You can get probably about 4 or 5 uses out of it, which is not bad, but if you're just using it on the waterline, that doesn't seem like a whole lot of area to cover. A nice dupe for this would be the Infallible 24-hour waterproof liner from L'Oreal Paris. That one works really, really well. It blends out really nicely as well. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of it. Maybe you saw a product you were interested in. Maybe you didn't, and I'll do better next time. I don't know. Either way, thanks for joining me, and hopefully you'll be back, and I'll definitely be back with more videos and reviews and tutorials and all that fun stuff that's trending all over the internet. Speaking of trends, y'all see I incorporated about 3 of them on my eyes today. Let me zoom y'all in for a second. So you see I'm trying to rock the Daisy liner with the 3D Vine and then glitter cut crease. All that jazz. And the glitter is from Stila. It's the Stila glitter in Gold Goddess. The lipstick is in the shade New York City from Lime Crime. I don't think I've ever worn this before, but I definitely like this with the whole pink and floral thing I got going on. I don't know, it just kind of threw it. If you've never seen me before, my name's Fabulex. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. Join the Fab Fam. We're all about supporting love and makeup around here. Keep the crazies out there. Keep the love in here. Bring in the makeup as well. And if you're a returning member, hello, lovey. It's always good to see you. Your love and support is felt, and I'm sending it right back to you. Hope you're having a good day, good week, whenever you're watching this up in here. Snapchat, I'm always doing the Snapchat game with tutorials, reviews, daily blog with my dorkiness and everyday life that I may or may not have. But stay beautiful inside and out, y'all, and I will be back with more from Fabulex Makeup. Turn up the music and just let your mind go, and whatever happens, happens, honeys. Man, I need to get some sleep. Talking hot mess or something. I just had a glass of dinner with my wife.